Hi, welcome to another Writing on the Wall with me, Jennifer Roberts. You can catch me here at True Divine 44 on Bitchute, True Divine 44 Facebook, True Divine 44, and the True Divine for both Instagram and Twitter. Any like, shares, subscribes, follows, greatly appreciated, and much love to everybody who does that thus far. I appreciate you all more than you know. So this is the Writing on the Wall, as I said, and it's just a quick one. I go on and on and on about certain things in my readings, and then I think, do they know what I mean? And so the circuit board that I talk about, this circuit of magic that the so-called powers that be put out, and they need us to finish off to actually manifest into creation, into reality, what they initially wanted in the first place. So if we've got this circuit board here, and so it says that this is the very top, the hidden, shadowy people, beings, let's call them, that are hidden at this top line of this circuit board. And then, you know, the circuit board looks like a city, so it's got all of these different things, you know, it's got little nodules here and here and here. And so eventually things will run down through these. And so nobody knows who down here, who is really even in these shadowy places. And they don't even know that they're doing a bad thing. They think that they are the boss, and ego is allowed to show to even these lower people who are, you know, taking the bait, the money, the power, etc., just feeding that ego of the want for power and money. They don't even know or have any clue half of the time what these beings at the top are, these shadows at the top that are actually directing it all. 13, that are directing it all, but because there's so many of these little dashes and circuit boards, it's all going around, that nobody quite knows who is who, but each is given a role to fulfill. And so by the time it comes down to us, so say that this part of it, just for instance, is mainstream media. So these newsreaders will be given certain headlines to put out and words to say. And there'll be certain words, it'll be worded very carefully. If you look at one news report and then go to another, they'll basically be almost exactly the same, if not contradictory. The other side saying exactly the same about the other side, and vice versa, or they will be exactly the same. Either way, they're putting out a spell. It is a coded spell, and the various other factors go into that. So this might be another circuit line here that would represent Hollywood. And so then we'll have these people at the bottom, you know, like the police within this circuit board, maybe judges up here within the circuit board. So we've got like the judges and police, so all of these systems, and blah, 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 going on and on and on. And so the police will, so anyway, the headlines, the spell, the big spell. And so this spell is put out to then the masses, that picture all these little boxes down here on the circuit board. Now, if we as the masses take in these headlines, the spell that has been dwindled down, you know, throughout all of these ranks to here, where with technology, with TV, they can put it out en masse. With radio, they can put it out en masse. And so they hit in a lot of people, like boom, 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 all at the same time. Now, because people are so hooked in to Hollywood, the headlines, the news, this spell work is very, very strong. Now, because people do not realize it's a spell and they think it is real and haven't woken up to the fact that it is a spell, and most of the time an illusion, and if it's not an illusion, it's a manufactured script, they basically go and finish off the circuit board. And so whatever is needed, whatever energetic feedback, whatever more power and control is needed, is fed straight back to the senders. And so the circuit board is complete. If we were to wake up to the fact and take out the headlines, take out the spell on the masses, take out mainstream media while we're at it altogether, this would be a break here. But even if, which would of course cause a break here, wouldn't work. So whatever illusion this 13 wanted to sell down the circuit board to finish off a certain spell for the masses to manufacture and manifest the reality that the 13 originally wanted, then if that was taken out, that couldn't happen because it's a broken circuit. They're not feeding that back through, that's not being conducted through the circuit board. So if we were to, now I don't know which pen I was on. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. It was on this one. So, but if we were to maybe say, we're not going to get that. That's a dream. So mainstream media stays for now. Even the headlines stay for now. So the spells are put out for now. But as a collective, the more we wake up, say this is a cell of people, but oh no, there's a missing cell. Maybe this is a cell of people, but oh look, oh, a missing cell. So, you know, there is still that broken circuit board. The more people we can get to not engage in these things here, to not engage in these things here, because even the spell over mainstream and social media, I'm sorry, about, you know, the fake virtue signaling for the police. That is a spell. I could see it and feel it. Because basically, I'm not saying all police are bad. No, there are some very, very awesome police officers. But the system itself is built from here. And the system itself does damage many people. And the system of judges, not to say all judges are terrible, no. But the system is built from here and it serves here. People get hurt through this. So as it is for now, though, the more we do not engage and do not recognize the authority of this, and various other things, especially this, you know, we can just delete this one now. It's needless. It's Hollywood. We could be having people make awesome movies, you know, with esoteric knowledge in, without the pre-programming in, actually being educational rather than being fearful. So let's just delete them out now for pretend. So this is where we break up the circuit board. So they don't get this energetic feedback to where they need it. They need that feedback from the masses because they need to harness the power of the masses like batteries in order to manifest the reality and coerce the collective in the direction that they wish to go in. And when people say to me, oh, why would they take so much time and effort to do this? I used to try and answer, now I just roll my eyes. Because these things here, they have got the biggest plans. They know the power of the human. They know the power of the spirit. There's the experience in life within a human body. They know the kind of spark that the spirit brings to a human bodily organ system, the bodily orchestra. Just done a video regarding that. The kinds of things they know that we are capable of, but do not want us to know that we're capable of. So they go around a big circuit board to get to us, to harness a similar amount, a drop in the ocean amount of power that we actually have in the collective, to manifest things that you wouldn't dream of. This is why they put so much effort into it. And you won't even begin to the kind of things that they are trying to build, create, even terraform to a certain extent, both human bodies and also the space itself, this realm itself, for goodness knows what. And so this is where it's so important. The more people, especially in the spiritual community, there's still many people still very aware, very alert, very awake, but still, I don't know, falling for the sides. Not to a great extent these, but to some extent. And we need to be really precise about this. We need to be, if we can wake up more and more people, and so there's less and less feedback, that circuit board is broken, without any violence, without any even protests. These beings here immediately feel that. Believe you me, they have got frequency measures, way of spying, i.e. social media, to see that, hold on a minute, they're not talking in fear. That feedback goes immediately. This, you know, when somebody has been nasty to you, and instead of rising to the bait, you just sort of look at them. Silence. And you don't fill the space with any words. You'll see them squirm. You'll see them get real uncomfortable, real fast. Because you don't need to speak. This empty space that you leave is full of your authority. It's full of your sovereignty. It's full of your respect for self. And so the person looking at you that previously was trying to rise you, bait you, is all of a sudden squirming in their chair, trying to fill up this space with their useless words, but it's just not getting in because you have filled that space with silence. Silence is golden. Gold is a very good conductor. Silent gold feeds right back to these idiots immediately. And it would stop them in their tracks a great deal if this kept happening. Each circuit board, each magic circuit board that they put out, if this was to happen, this golden silence, or even, goodness me, these golden bombs, you know, putting out that, wish I had a bomb sound effect right now, that we know what you're doing. You know, writing a statement to say, yeah, well, those, you know, those numbers don't really match, and where are the children? You know, can we see them? You know, do they need to be fostered? Do they need to be cared for? You know, we're here volunteering to give homes that are whole, that will create healing and wholeness. No. So even putting that out there, that bomb is, you know, that ain't going to finish off the cycle, the circuit. That's going to absolutely just blow the circuit board. It's still going to blow that magical circuit board. So anyway, in short, but not very short because of me, that is what I mean by, and I hope that's made clearer by these squiggles on these things. I know you guys know me well by now, so no, not new share. So yeah, that's the long and short and long of what I mean regarding this, don't finish off this magical circuit board. Don't give them that energetic feedback or that physical feedback, emotional feedback or mental feedback. Now, this can be applied in your individual life also. There are many people out there that will poke and prod and find out, you know, where your weaknesses are, where they can get a rise out of you, where they can get that something that they want from you out of you. And they'll put this circuit board down of traps. You know, you maybe have somebody talking to somebody else here, and then they'll say, would you pass a message on to such and such? And they'll get into your life one way or the other, particularly those of you who have dealt with narcissistic people, especially narcissistic exes. There's that hoovering up cycle that goes on for an exorbitant amount of time, where they'll, you know, find different circuit boards, different ways to try and get to you, to try and get a foot in the door again. Now, for you to not give a rise out of anything, for instance, narcissistic, drives them crazy, to the point where if you can give golden silence, if you cannot finish off that energetic circuit board that they're putting down for you like a mousetrap, if you can just give them a silent space, nothing. They hate it. They hate it because they crave and want, they're vampiric regarding energy, particularly people feeling low, feeling upset on their behalf. And so for you to not finish off that circuit board with nothing, indifference, silence, it ain't too long and it ain't too many circuit boards later that they think, stuff this. And unfortunately, probably go on to somebody else who is attracting in a narcissist because of inner wounds. But for you, it's gone. For you, because you have the knowledge of the magical circuit board and the impact of silence is golden. Now, if you're pushed into a face-to-face physical contact with somebody like that, you can invoke the bomb. You can press that button and give them the spiel. Say, I know that you've put down a magical circuit board. I know that you've done this and gone through her and gone through them and tried to say this and do this to reflect a certain nature of sorriness, but you're really not sorry. And I really couldn't give two shits. And I haven't got time for any more of this conversation. Walk away, hearing music in your head as you go. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I've done that many a time. Get a bounce to your walk and think, strut. I need some decks or something to press some buttons. But yeah, that is the end of that circuit board. And the more circuit boards that you blow, the easier and quicker it gets to short circuit a magical circuit board. So that is that. Much love. If you want a personal reading with me, any energy workout sessions or any spiritual coaching, you can get in touch with me at truedivinemedia@gmail.com, or you can get me on my Facebook page. I've been a little bit better at getting back on Facebook. Getting there. There's lovely people there, don't get me wrong, but there's some goons. And so I'm getting a little bit better at being on there. So you can get me there at truedivine44. I love you all. Much balance and much wholeness. Mwah.